stepping in to rep for the crew this morning. I know Jim and Shannon are in other meetings, so we appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Kara.
No problem.
Good to see your face.
It's good to see yours.
Kelly, if you're ready, I'm gonna ask you to sort of start. I'm hoping we can, if you have any comments, questions about the list as it stands right now, perhaps we can do that together.
Sure.
And then so my goals are for just to go through the list one quick time as a group, make sure we're not missing anything, and we don't have to go over it line by line necessarily. And then, or if we do go by line, maybe that's when we'll do the assigning at the same time, just so we can go through it once together.
Yeah, logistically, I'm not sure how to go through it line by line because this computer is a city computer.
Oh, gotcha.
My computer's over here, and I don't know, it's not connecting to Wi-Fi, so I don't know how to do that over here.
Okay.
So I do have, I have it, I can read it.
Yep, I'm just thinking,
yeah, so I wanted to verify though that everybody sent whatever information they had. We had a lot of good information, and I'm trying to think if I'm not sure I even sent myself the right one. Anyway, we had a really good turnout, more or less. I would say probably almost 50% had some kind of maybe connection. Some had several, particularly things like the museum or the art center. Obviously, we had a couple of us, 2 or 3 of us that had a connection there. So from there, I don't know if it's best to like just randomly assign to even out the numbers. Based on preference, if people have specific ones they would like to reach out to. Melissa, I assigned ISU folks to you. Mark, can I assign like the Wesleyan folks to you?
I just assumed you would do that.
Okay. So, and then just sort of randomly catch up the other numbers. I can do that and send that out and let people kind of respond if you want to do it that way.
So do you have a list of ones that have not been claimed?
Well, I do, but I don't know how to pull it up here.
Because I'm looking through the list and I'm realizing a couple that I missed.
Oh,
that I can
okay.
also do. That's
is it on the list you sent us, Kelly, or did you send yourself a separate list?
No, it's the one I sent everyone.
Okay, where's
Tina?
I printed it out last night from you, and I've got 15 pages, which is inclusive of 4 different lists. So I'm really confused.
I'm wondering if there's stuff below the one I was always looking at, and I've not like scrolled down.
There's tabs. She must have printed off the entire workbook instead of just that sheet. Because there's tabs as I'm looking at it, by director, by organization, 09 confirmed and 09 registered.
That's probably a really good point, because I grabbed the 09 list and then like made it into a worksheet.
So I don't know what we're working from.
I didn't see any names like assignments myself when I looked at it.
The names are under by org. You have to click on the by org tab. They're not on the director one. There's an extra column.
Okay. All right. So if they're not, okay. So if it's empty, Kelly, this is updated. So if it's empty, then.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I can see that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
I can.
A bunch of these.
Lead us through. Sorry, Angelique. I can lead us through the. Why don't we go through the list by organization name? If you have any changes, since Kelly, you're not able to work in the list at this moment, correct?
No, but I could take notes here.
Okay, yeah,
Happy to
capture,
do that.
we'll capture notes. Nick, you, the owner of the group, make a note yourself too, just to make sure we capture it all. And then we'll, if you have changes to this group and you want to claim it also, just speak up. So
Good
the
idea.
first on the list is the Agape Dance Center. It's unassigned right now. Does anyone?
Yeah, I know Lindetta. I can do her.
Okay. So Lindetta and Charles is still accurate.
Yeah, it's theirs. So if
Okay.
one of them ceases, the other, yeah.
Gotcha. American Passion Play, Tina Fowler. Does anyone know that group or if they're still
Yeah.
active?
I mean, they're in the creativity, they're housed in the creativity center, but we don't have a relationship. Doesn't mean we can't talk, but I didn't know if like staff was included in liaisoning.
That's
Like-
a really good question because you notice that I left Jim Blank, Jay Tetzloff, he's the director of the zoo, but I left him off because they are city staff. And is there a different way to do that? Or does one person want to like handle all of the staff? I didn't think about the Passion Play being staff, but they're there as well. I don't know how, but I don't know. You can just randomly assign the Passion Play for now, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not considered city staff, right? The Passion Play?
No.
I didn't think so. No, they're just housed in there and they just have
Yeah.
them offices.
Yeah.
So that's what I was wondering. I just knew that Jim or even Kara would have probably more than I would. So
I'll jump in. Sorry, I'm not
Ah.
usually in these meetings, but American Passion Play is the office right next to me. So if you need me to do anything, just tell me what to do. I don't know what you guys are doing right now, but I'll figure it out.
Neither do we.
Wow.
So they're not in their office, but I do have the contact for them. So if you need the contact, if you need me to do anything, just let me know.
Thank you. Yeah, Kara, we're going over our 2019, sort of the folks that joined us for our half day workshop that we hosted, and just working through the reassignment of that group for some outreach efforts. Kelly, do you have, I'm happy to randomly assign as we go if there's no takers for a group. Do you have a sense of where, I have not looked through this to see how many are already assigned. I don't see Tina's name a lot, for example. So are there certain folks we should start with first?
I don't see half the people on the commission on here.
RJ did send me something last night.
Okay.
So he has Calavera, Jazz Up Front, and then the museum. We had plenty of people from the museum. So his was just Chase Calavera at the Calavera Evolution, and then James Gaston at Jazz Up Front. Does he say James Gaston or James Gaston?
It's Gaston.
Okay.
I like the Gaston though.
I know, a little flair.
Very French.
And then Shweta was trying to connect with the Indie Association, and Angelique is going to try to help with that.
Yeah. So I have an update on that. And last when I spoke, which was like as early as yesterday, this association has been dormant for quite some time now. And, they did not have any new appointments as well. But I was able to speak to somebody who is going to send me some information of their board members. The board members haven't changed. So as soon as I get their information, I will be connecting with them. But, the name that you have, Karthik, he is the acting president, but he's pretty dormant too.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And that's if I remember right, Kartik.
Karthik, yes.
Kartik. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll soon have the information of
Okay,
the board
great.
and I can speak to them.
All right, we'll keep your name by them too. Keep
Thank you.
with those.
All right, well, let's keep going. We can do some fill-ins at the end if we have some random folks unassigned
Yeah.
still. We're all good on Angel Ambrose Fine Art Studio? That looks full up. Angelique. Around the Corner Artist Group looks assigned to with Pam and Tina. Art Circle. Is Art Circle Jeff? I know it was Janine and Janine at the 2019 event. No one's talked to them.
I don't know. No one's talked to them.
I'll make a note to check in with Janine.
Okay.
Also a question, do we want to keep these names on here if they're still the directors and owners and stuff, but they're not the actual contact person? Do we want only the contact person on here?
I think we should add both.
That's a good point to add that.
Yeah, if there's a secondary contact, a marketing person or a volunteer outreach or a coordinator, yeah, I think let's err on the side of more versus less.
Yeah.
I would
Right. Okay. So I was just thinking some of these organizations, that's not the contact person.
Right.
So
Well, that's a really good point that there's the owner director and it's nice to keep that known. But
Okay.
who's the person that you can actually get information when it comes to like calendaring and events and stuff? That is often a different person. Good point. I'll add a
yeah, and I
contact
see
list.
Janine on there next for Art Vortex. So we've got her. I just want to make sure we have the right contact for Art Circle too. You can put me next to both of those.
All right. Okay.
Janine's awesome.
Baroque and Consort. That sounds
Consort,
fun.
yeah.
He's actually moved to Indiana.
Well, that's not okay.
I like Baroque music.
Is there a new, do we know if there's a new person with that group or they're just,
I don't know. I will ask him.
okay, super, thank you. We're all good on BCAI, Behind the Glass Fine Arts, Natalie Wood.
I know her personally. I can take that.
Okay, super. Thank you. Beluga Press.
Never heard of that.
I'll take that one. I never heard of them either. But I remember that we didn't get any response from in 2019. So some of these may be like aging out of mail.
Yeah.
Confirm they have existence. And Julia, you would express some interest in art galleries or visual arts.
Yes, I'd be happy to take some of those. Since I don't know very many of them, I'm happy to expand my horizons. I'm more of a music person, so.
Thank you.
I think that's awesome.
Okay, well, BCPA, we're good. We can check back with Jim on that. BPL, Jeannie for Julia, thank you. Bloomington Rock School, Kyle. Anyone?
Graduated with his brother.
Jeff, that sounds like a good one for you.
I was going to say, it's
does.
very intriguing. All I can think of is Jack Black in the movie
Totally.
School of Rock.
Level
but
of-
yeah, but it sounds intriguing.
All right, cool.
Some of these are, the first question is going to be, are they still alive? So that's one of those that you're going to have to start way back. But it is intriguing. I'd love if they were still around.
CVB Crystal. Kelly, that sort of falls under your group, right? Your working group. Okay. Whoever from that group. The Youth Symphony.
I took the regular symphony, so I can take the youth symphony too.
Thank you, Julia. Jazz Quintet, Brian. I see Kelly took that one. Thank you.
He's a former state farmer. I did have a question about, there's a music groups is sort of blurry because there's also bands, like start moving into the sort of bands. Now Brian has a very specific kind of jazz quintet and he plays at the museums and stuff sometimes, but that I don't have the bands on there.
Yeah. I think that's okay.
That's a topic for another day, probably. It's we want to add those.
Calhoun Architecture.
I know him.
Tina,
cool.
you're welcome. Thank you. Cantus Novus. Is that the one you said RJ was going to take? Or no, you said
No.
Cavalera.
Cavalera is RJ.
Does anyone know this group? I don't know what this group is.
Music group.
Castle Theater.
If no one else has them, I can take them.
Yeah, I'd say I'm happy to take them too.
Okay, give them to Jeff.
Jeff. Cavalera, RJ.
Mhm.
Yep. Tribune, Lauren. I'm happy to help with that too. She's still freelancing for WGLT.
Oh, good.
Citizens Beautification Committee. This is not the Beautification Commission. There's a separate committee, or this is the same group?
It's the same group. They're not a
Oh.
commission, they're a committee by.
Gotcha.
So I connect with Robin periodically. I certainly take that one.
The
A lot of
Come
these groups, like they're an annual group, like the Passion Play, like they don't have things going on all, they're like one thing. And like the beautification group has their old house, so
Yeah.
very specific. I want to ask a question of Ron. So do you have a preference on people that you would be in your outreach list? Like, do you prefer like the downtown folks since you live close, or do you just want to be randomly assigned?
I like the downtown thing, and what I'm going to tell you is that I've got to leave in about 2 minutes, but anybody randomly that you guys don't get, I'll take.
Okay, thanks, Ron.
Thank
Okay.
you.
If there's anybody that's remotely connected with the city,
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay,
all right,
I think that's probably where I'm best suited.
okay.
Gotcha.
Can
So
I interrupt?
Just send me the list.
Okay.
That's
We
all right.
will.
Go ahead, Jeff.
So, you may have said it wrong. Maybe I just misunderstood. It's Cantus Novus, not Cartus Novus. And I just looked it up. It is a choir in town, and I'd be happy to take them.
Cool.
Thank you.
It's led by one of the, I guess, like a music director at ISU.
Oh,
But
okay.
they do sacred and secular music.
Many of the, I know there's a good handful of the playwright groups or the theater groups and some music that's often a Wesleyan or ISU professor doing it on the side as their own personal element, which is kind of cool. So,
Kelly,
yeah,
on the first floor of my building are all of those folks. I can't remember their names,
right.
but that's that whole, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's anybody in there or connected with them,
Okay.
that's something that I can probably do very easily because I've been in and out of those things.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay.
See you guys.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Ron.
Aye.
Okay.
So we're good for, do we have a taker for Come Together Studios? Do you want to give that to Ron?
I know, Matt. I can.
Oh, you took it. Thank you. Community players. I know there's a secondary contact for community players, and I will check on that.
I don't know the director there, but I know some of the people who direct the shows there. I'm familiar with them.
They've got a great volunteer group, really active volunteer group.
Yeah, very active.
Conexiones. Angelique, thank you. Darren Dottie, Fine Art. Does Julia want to take that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. David Davis is still unassigned. Do we want to give that to Ron as a
Sure.
county city group?
Good idea.
Eaton Studio.
I know them.
Eclipse Studio. Sounds cool.
Oh, that's yeah, that's Eric. I can do him if I need to.
And we may have to take stuff back away from Anjali because she ends up with
Well, that's
too many.
fine. At least get the list that I do have, and then we can
Yeah.
go from
Well,
there.
how about I'll take this studio. I'm not up to 10 orgs yet. I think I'm at 6 or 7. So
Okay. Elemental Market has sold to another group, and I will check on the name of that group. I could not come up with it off the top of my head the other day, but I know Jen, so I'll check with her. And I can take the Ewing Cultural Center. Tony since that's a university group.
Oh, cool. I forget that sometimes. Because Ewing and Shakespeare, are they one and the same, or should they be different outreaches? Ewing has other events, right? Outside
Yeah,
of Shakespeare.
separate. Yep, you got them right.
Okay.
Friends of the BCPA, Vicky.
I know
Tina.
Vicky.
Awesome. Tina and Kelly, thank you. Gregor Gallery, Marlene Gregor for Julia.
yep, sounds good.
The Gray Dove Gallery.
If
No,
she's
Tammy.
still
Oh.
in, she knows me and I know her.
Okay.
Okay.
Grossinger, we'll just leave for as assigned under
Yeah.
Jen now. So we have a dupe entry for Beluga Press with Harold and Ray, Rhea. So we can just,
Yeah. I think is that the one that's entered, like I entered the name like C above, sort of like they have two kind of names they work under.
Yep. Heartland Jazz Orchestra. Would Jeff want to take that one?
Sure, I'd be happy
Doug
to take it.
Hoffman.
Yep.
Heartland Theater, Gail, Julia. Holiday Spectacular.
I'm happy to take that one.
Okay. They're a quiet group, 9 months out of the year.
Right.
Holistic Vibrations. Is this a music group or music?
It's multiple things. It's holistic, so it does a lot of like holistic like group healing. So they do drum circles, they do meditations, they do like a lot of different things. She's awesome. So yeah, I know her. So you can just put me down for now. A lot of these people, when you're talking about you can take stuff off my list. Like I have normal, like regular conversations with them, so it's not going to be extra effort on my part to be the liaison.
Thank you. Illinois Voices. Oh, sorry, I skipped Illinois Symphony. ISO with Trevor for Julia. Thank you, Julia. Illinois Voices. We have both Echoes and Seedlings, so one person can take both of these.
Yes.
Shveta, we haven't said Shveta's name in a while.
Yes, feel free to assign me anything you want, and I will definitely explore that out. But I don't know any of them personally, so that's why I was quite. But yeah, feel free.
Do you have a preference for performing arts or musical arts or visual arts? Anything?
No, they're all like
Awesome.
pretty aliens to me, so I can reach out to anybody.
Okay, wonderful.
Impact Dance.
Maria. Got her too.
You want to take that one? Thank you. Inside Out, IO Accessible Art, Mike.
Is that in the Monroe building?
Yeah.
Yes, it's downstairs.
Okay, that's the one Ron was talking about. It's in his building.
Okay.
Oh, so Ron for that one.
Shakespeare. I see Meryl's. Oh, I forgot about Meryl. Meryl's not here yet.
Excellent. We can assign her more.
Yeah, and I know I work with John for the Shakespeare Festival, so Meryl and I can handle that together. I can take all of these. Creative Technologies.
Creative Technologies is going to go to Jeff because that's his area of expertise.
Oh, super. Gotcha.
I actually taught in that department at ISU, so I'm
Sweet.
I know Aaron and I know Rose a little bit, so
Okay.
I'm happy to take both of those.
Perfect. Thank you. But yeah, these are
Actually, so I don't know why it has Rose listed as director Aaron Palucci is the director of that department.
I did look that up, Jeff, right as I was doing this, and Erin has a different title on the website right now, and she is listed as a director. He's just listed as
Okay.
associate professor or something.
Well,
But
okay, he actually wrote the program. So if he's not director, he's something higher than that. And he's not just an associate professor. He's actually the guy who's created the program. And
we can change that out as the contact. I'm definitely internet.
Because and he's the one who picks and hires the professors that teach for him. He was the one who hired me. And Rose was underneath him, I believe. But anyway, I'll figure it out.
Cool.
Yeah,
Hey, Kelly? I like what you did up at the top where you had 2 names on there of 2 people that could be the liaison. I think we should keep with that just in case, you know what I'm saying? So that way, especially like with my list being so long, if there is someone else that wants to tag on and onto that, that would be super helpful. That way we can tag team.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, Mark's group, the Wesleyan folks.
IW all goes to Mark unless other people know these people. I do not.
I made a note and thanks Kelly for adding Dick Fultz. He reached out to me a couple of weeks ago about a grant that Wesleyan's applying for that is, they thought they could partner with the Cultural Commission on. It would be for 2022 if it's an NIH grant. So I appreciated that he reached out to us as a potential partner for that. It would be like a speaker coming to the community. So we're definitely on his radar, which is good. So we can keep in touch with him.
I know Dick very well. I'm surprised he must have forgotten that I was on the commission, but maybe he probably should go to the chair or something.
He wanted my permission to list us as a partner.
You'd think he would go through me to butter you up to. So you
I told him, I was like, well, how much money do you have, Dick? Because maybe. No, he's great. I appreciated the connection.
Actually, I used the website. They have a sort of a arts info website. So I was pulling some of those to update our Google Doc.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah.
Super. Jan Brandt would be a good one for Julia if she's not at her limit yet.
Yep.
James for Jazz Up Front for RJ. Jeff Little and Joanne Getzinger. Can those go to Julia too?
Yeah.
Sure. I think I contacted them originally, like when we were updating the list. So.
Hey, not to interrupt, but I think we are on the top of the hour and I have to jump out for another meeting.
Very good.
And as mentioned, I'll be fine. Just assign me anything and I'll take a look at the list and I'll start reaching out to them as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll provide a plan for that. So very good.
Thank you so much. Good seeing you all.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Main Gallery 404 for Merrill. I'm not sure what is the Mannequin Press another arts group also?
I can't actually remember.
Okay. Why don't we sign that to Merrill too?
Okay.
McLean County Arts Center, Doug is covered.
There's a couple, yeah.
Yeah, McLean County Dance Association, Terry.
If no one else wants them, I can take them. That might be another Merrill too.
I'm happy to take it too. My daughter danced there, so I know some of the people there too.
Oh, perfect. Okay, we've got MCIA handled. We've got Museum of History handled. We've got MPZ. I've been talking to Paula Pratt at the Zoological Society since they're really more of the event. I mean, they do a lot of events.
Right, zoo lights and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm happy to. I know Paula pretty well. I can take that one. The opera for Merrill, New Route Theater for Angelique. Thank you. Next Step Dance and the Nomad Theater. Can we give those both to Meryl?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
Next step and what else?
Nomad.
Nomad is
Nomad.
next on the list. Normal cultural arts. I'm happy to help out with that one too. I see Jeff's name there.
Same.
NPL and Brian, Julia, thank you. Normal theater, Adam, I can help out with that one too.
Same.
The Ohm tribe, is it Ohm?
Yeah.
Ohm, thank you. Orchesis. How about Shveta? Sounds like another dance
Yeah, that
one.
sounds fine. Yeah,
They're a
it's
phenomenal group too. I love what they do.
Orpheus Mandolin, Kelly, the Playwrights Anonymous group and Prairie Fire Theater. Both those are, I don't know how active they are. I mean, Prairie Fire does stuff quarterly, I think.
Aren't they out of Peoria though? Because I know we partnered with them 2 summers ago.
Oh, I don't
I'll
think
look it up.
they're here.
Are they here?
I'm pretty sure they're here.
Are they here or Peoria? Maybe there's a chapter in each.
Meryl or Shveta for most of these left that we have, Kelly,
I'll
based on
put
how you.
Shweta for the Playwrights and the Prairie Fire.
Okay, Ramp Arts, but most of these are unassigned. Ramp Arts, Ring of Fire, the Sonic Exploration, Sound of Illinois Chorus to Kelly, 10th Muse Dance to Angelique, 3 Square Studio. Is that an art studio?
That's Brian Simpson. That'd be a good one for either Ron or Julia.
Okay.
Probably Ron, because we're going to like 10 or 11 apiece, right? I've got
Right.
11 right
All right.
now. So
So yeah, that one's downtown. That's Brian. So Ron can take that one.
Van Leer Academy for Music and Art. Oh, did I skip Timothy? Timothy Kent Gallery.
I don't even know where that is.
Yeah, I don't know if these are some of those small downtown folks.
I'm happy to
actually-
take the Van Leer. That's the Blair mansion, or not, I don't know if it's a mansion, but whatever the building in Normal that's
Oh,
got the
right.
old clock tower or
Right.
bell tower thing.
They have summer
in it.
concerts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an old historic house. And so I think they do some stuff with the arts as well.
Cool.
I
But
think
I've
the
been
name
to
of
some things by them.
it's in the email, in the contacts email. I think that's the
Yeah,
name of it.
Emmanuel Bible Foundation.
That one is who
I've been
owns
to
the
a
property.
couple breakfasts that they've hosted.
Yeah, and they do some lovely summer concerts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then the Zoo Lady.
I know Mickey pretty well.
Kelly loves a good face paint.
RJ knows her too.
All right. All right. That's a really, really great list, everybody. Thanks for all of your efforts and input. Obviously should be a living, breathing document, but if you noticed as we were going through, anyone was missing or you didn't hear anyone's name, let us know and we can get them added. My goal is to not make poor Kelly the owner of this list. We just don't have a better
That's all right for now.
admin solution for that. So let's see what my other notes were as one, Kelly, if there's any reassignments that need to be made or reshuffling that we need to do, feel free.
Yeah, I'll try to balance the numbers.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll, the first next step we need to do is just 1, finalize the list. Thank you, Kelly, for doing that. But then 2, I forget the name of the committee that was going to draft the outreach communication. Which group was that?
I can't remember either, and that crossed my mind this morning. So it was like
That was it wasn't a subcommittee. It was volunteers. It was
Specific
Kelly,
volunteers,
myself,
yeah.
and
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, well, us. Okay. that's easy. And we have a good template from our original outreach to them for the seminar.
Yeah, I'll try to find, I know I have
Yeah,
it.
I know I have a copy of that. I was looking
All right.
for it. So,
Because
so,
it
yeah,
would
we
lay
can
out
start
who
that.
we were, and we can use that, some of that same.
Yeah.
Probably.
A little explainer, because I do think, especially for some of our newer folks who weren't here for that event, it'll be nice to have, a template to use for outreach. So, in that outreach email, just a quick explainer about who we are. I'll leave a placeholder. We will leave a placeholder for just like, a quick personal introduction of yourself as a commissioner and why you're contacting them.
The minutes from last meeting, which we should probably approve now that I just picked them up, that actually lists some of the stuff we talked about last meeting for including in that email.
Oh, perfect.
Or at least had some points in there. Not all of it needs to be in there, but yeah, definitely who we are as a commission, value, why you should respond, or, being included, and then request any updates on the info. Is this correct? And then do you have things on the docket or on the calendar for 2021 that you would like to share and help amplify?
I forgot this is like an official meeting. I always think of these as like our separate little working meetings, not official meetings.
Yeah, everything's an official
meeting. Has anyone had a chance to review the meeting minutes and would like to make a motion to approve said minutes? Thank you, Kelly, for clearly reading the minutes. We can approve the minutes. We can approve these minutes and our next minutes at the next meeting.
Yes, we can.
All right, let's do that. I'm writing myself a note. 2:18 minutes. Okay. Well, I know this was a bonus meeting and I want to try to get everyone out of here before 8:30. So as a next step, Melissa, me, Angelique, and Kelly will get together. We can obviously collaborate via email or remotely to get the template email prepped for everyone, fine tune the list. And then as a homework between now and our next meeting, at least we will try to get that email back out to you guys, in relatively shorter, but if you can start making contact with your folks that you're assigned to, just if you don't get through everyone, that's okay. But as a first step to sort of our outreach efforts and fine tuning our master sort of outreach list.
Well, and Melissa, I think it's reasonable that 2 weeks is a good enough time to get like at least the contact information.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah. If you have some homework, like snooping around to do investigative work, do that.
Nailing down, is it an existing entity anymore? Who the contact is, and then an email or phone number. Just getting that cleaned up is first step, and that's online works a lot, but some phone calls for confirmation are going to be required here. See if the phone number even still works.
Do some sleuthing.
Yeah.
And some of these folks may be doing other projects now too, which would be a great way for them to just tell us what they're up to.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I don't do this, but I've started this other. That's great.
Yeah.
Put it on the list. That's a good idea. I'll try to clean up this list. Julia was taking some notes, so thank you very much, Julia. So I'll see if I can actually clean this up and turn it back around in a day or two.
Yeah, I tried to keep track too, Kelly, so I'm happy to help. All right.
Very good.
We got a couple minutes back. Go get your coffee or your tea. Enjoy the sunshine. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.